Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Get the body part lumber.
Yes, thank God. There we go.
All right.
Yeah. Is that any better for you?
It's a lot better.
Yeah. It's a little better for me. I'm not going to.
Yeah. The sound sounds different. It sounds better, actually.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's all in your head.
It could be. It could be the long trip from Ohio.
Yeah. How did that go?
Yeah, it was okay. I was kind of disappointed with a few things that happened up there, but other than that, it was a pretty good trip.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed. You're talking about Ohio sports, right?
No. Well, the Buckeyes. Go Buckeyes. They're still in it.
Buckeyes, yeah.
They got a 2 seed.
I heard Alabama is also in it.
Yeah, they made it.
Are they? Well,
and they actually could be a shocker team in the finals, I heard.
Oh, they very well could be. Yeah, I haven't kept up with it a lot, to be honest with you.
I haven't since the last couple of weeks since I talked to my dad on the phone about how good UC and which is University of Cincinnati or Ohio State was done, but UC's out of it. So.
Well, I heard Alabama was doing pretty good.
Yeah, Alabama's in.
And Alabama's usually not a
powerhouse.
Yeah, they're football. They're not a basketball.
They're about like Ohio State. Usually we're more powerhouse at football. But
it takes a special team like, the Wisconsin Badgers to be good at everything. They're a perennial all-star basketball.
They got that 9 seed going against an 8 seed, North Carolina. So we know what their university's about.
North Carolina. I mean, come on. Whoever came out of there.
I know, right?
Yeah. Only the best basketball player of all time.
Really? Michael Jordan?
Yeah,
I know.
I would say he's the best.
He is. I've said that a long time, but you get people argue today, Kobe was the best. No, I don't think so.
I would say Kobe was the best scorer.
But, yeah.
Michael Jordan was an awesome
best entertainer, best...
Well...
really, he entertained the crowd.
He did, but he was a great scorer. There's nobody better than him. And LeBron, he's the best actor, baby.
I know.
People can... sneeze wrong and he falls on the floor.
He's in the other half of that state of mind.
Hello, Shawnee. Hello, Sean. Hello, Dwayne. Hello, Jack. And hello, Patch. Oh.
I know my son liked LeBron James.
That poor kid.
I know.
You didn't teach him any better?
I tried.
Well, hey.
I said, don't follow Crybaby. You know what I mean.
Well, hey.
It is what it is. I'll fill your line.
There's something about this entitlement that goes with professional sports anymore, including LeBron James.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Including him, yeah.
He loves to preach and whine. And then somebody asked him about the COVID shot the other day.
Right.
And he's like, that's a personal matter. That's none of your damn business.
Well, you know what? I'll agree with him on that. But why hasn't he come out like this on other things, No,
because he's LeBron James.
Oh, I know.
Crybaby whiner.
Yeah.
And
it gets old. It really does.
He's not very... would I say he's in the top 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Jack.
What's that?
The Aussie. He says Kobe was a cheap imitation of Jordan. I agree.
Well,
because Kobe couldn't dunk like Jordan. There's nobody could dunk like Jordan.
Well, you're from the land of poisonous nuts.
Yes.
So was your favorite team the Cavaliers?
No.
What was your favorite team?
My favorite NBA team growing up as a kid was the Celtics, believe it or not. I was a Larry Bird guy.
You were a Larry Bird fan?
Yes, I was.
Okay, who is the best point guard of all time?
Oh, gosh. That would... point guard. Probably MJ, or not MJ. Magic.
Magic?
Even though he was on my rival.
Magic Johnson wasn't a point guard.
He played off guard.
He played point guard.
Yeah, but there was times where they used him in every role. You know that.
Oh, come on.
They even used him as an off center when Kareem was hurt. I remember that.
How about Muggsy Bogues?
Oh, yeah. Muggsy was pretty good.
Yeah, 5'3".
Remember Spud?
You know me, I'm always rooting for the little guy.
Spud was even smaller with the Hawks.
When I do that, I'm always rooting for the underdog, the little guy.
The little guy.
That's why I'm always rooting for your girlfriend.
Well, I don't think she's going to have to worry once I find her. But
Well, one's coming.
I know.
Yeah. But we'll see. There's going to be tons of stories about that.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's National Napping Day.
Ooh,
Did you know that?
really? As long as it don't get me in the wrong spot, I'm good with it.
Are you a napper?
I am.
Are you? See, I'm not a napper.
I used to I should say. I used to not be. But since working second shift, it's messed me all up.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
I can't do the whole wake up, start my day, and then nap. I literally can't do it because if I lay down, it doesn't seem like it gives me any energy. What it does is it saps me for the whole day I'm done.
Really? Yeah. Mine seems like a recovery, actually.
Recovery?
Yeah. Like I'm a recovering sleeping addict.
Well, when that girl gets home that night, she might be a recovering comedian. Today is everything you think is wrong day.
Wow.
And from my political perspective, I thought that was every day.
Every day. I was getting ready to say, that was my weekend.
March 15th, everything you think is wrong day. Everything you think is wrong.
Yeah.
Day. Yeah. It's kind of weird to say even, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
I'm right.
Yeah. No. Well,
I'm right. I don't care if it's wrong day, but
this should make you happy. It's National Kansas Day.
yeah.
Did you know that in the early 80s, per capita, there were more millionaires in Kansas City than there were in any other town in America?
Huh.
Did you know that?
No.
It's kind of weird. Did you also know that the IRS originally hailed from Kansas City?
Did not know that either. Wow.
Yeah, well,
I'm learning some stuff this morning.
Yeah,
It's
well,
Monday.
they're taking money. They're getting rich. You know how it is.
Yeah.
It's National Pears Helene Day.
What? Say that again?
Pears Helene.
Pears Helene. Now, please explain Pears Helene.
I actually don't know. Because everything you know is wrong day today.
Yeah, including Pears Helene Day. Mm.
All right, so here it is. It's March 15th. It's National Pears Helene Day. Celebrates a food holiday about the delicious, smooth French dessert, combining warm poached pears, vanilla ice cream, and chocolate sauce.
Yeah, I thought there's that what you was trying to say there. What that day was Eileen and Moline Day.
No, it's not. It's not. But this would make you happy. It also has crystallized violets.
Oh,
have you ever tried a flower?
No.
No, I've never had. I can't say that I've ever had a crystallized violet in my life ever.
No, never.
And it's National Shoe the World Day. Where the hell do they come up with these days?
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Well,
National Don't Wear Shoes Day. I'm wondering if they've got that one.
What day is National Buckeye Day?
I'm not sure.
National Poisonous Nut Day.
It's probably the day we win the championship.
Well, I mean, we have hedge trees here which have poisonous apples on it, right?
Yeah.
Well, if it's the day that you guys are going to win it all, I guess it's never going to happen.
Oh, that'll happen. It happened.
Today, LBJ.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Which I didn't like at all.
I don't like him.
Because, he was a liar.
From studying history, I did not like this man.
Yeah, well, today was his day that he called for equal voting rights.
Oh.
You remember? It was the day he also said something else that was really famous, but I'm not going to say it on the show.
Yeah. That famous N-word, which is terrible.
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if it's with an A or an R.
That's right.
It's the AR effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Voting Rights Act of 1965 Day.
Right.
Yeah, well, you all know about that. Also on this day, Ides of March. Right. Julius Caesar stabbed to death. And, this is probably the only murder until Trump's that they did. Because literally in New York, remember, on Broadway, they did the Ides of March Trump.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Where all the people took turns stabbing them and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's today.
Yep.
Maine went into the Union. Andrew Jackson was born this day in 1767.
Our first Democratic president.
Well, I want to see how good you really are with voiceovers.
Yeah.
Because today, the original Godfather opened?
Oh, I got to love the Godfather guy. You know what I mean?
That was a good try.
That was a good try.
That was okay.
Yeah, it was just there. Not bad for not trying before.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get put on the spot, it's like, okay,
I do that a lot, but improv.
And he does.
That's the best. This whole show's improv except for the stories we get.
Pretty much. And not only that, but like I said on Friday, I want to reiterate that what you see is what you get, you know.
This day in 1783, George Washington puts an end to the Newburgh conspiracy.
Ooh.
Because he wasn't a conspiracy theorist.
He was a conspiracy Noah.
Thank you very much. On the morning of March 15, 1783, General George Washington makes a surprise appearance at an assembly of Army officers at Newburgh, New York, to calm the growing frustration and distrust they had openly expressed towards Congress in the previous weeks. You know what that means?
What's that?
That means he went in there and he kicked some ass.
He did, like Chuck Norris.
Yeah, he said, shut up. Well, no. It would have been Chuck Norris.
Okay.
It would have been over.
It'd have been, yeah.
All he would have had to do was stare in the door.
Yeah, it'd have been like Steven Seagal. I'm not moving. Chop. Done.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I did find a really weird story this morning. And some of this stuff is like getting regressive.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that the Catholic Church has been super progressive?
Yeah. And it's gotten that way. I mean, it's been that way forever. Well, but it's gotten worse.
They were all for gay marriage.
Yep.
Right. They've been all for abortion now.
Right.
The Pope came out and said there may not be a devil.
Wow.
I mean, do you remember all this stuff?
Yeah, they're going totally against the word, ain't they?
Okay, so listen to this. So tell me what in Fruit Loops is going on here.
Yeah, I know.
Vatican bars gay union blessing. Okay, this is the Vatican.
Right.
Why? Because God can't bless sin.
Wow.
Come on, give me more than wow.
I'm just blown away by the Catholic Church, dude. I mean, how do they continue to say that they worship God, but on the other hand, they spit in one hand and do in the other, like God talks about in the Bible?
Well, now, the Vatican has decreed Monday that the Catholic Church cannot bless same-sex unions since God cannot bless sin.
Right.
So this is the same person that was the Pope was talking about the importance of gay marriage. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
And how we need to just step back and love and support them. Well, now they can't bless them. So how can you give support without blessing?
You can't. It's just, it sounds like they're trying to win a friend, basically, contest.
Well, I've always thought about this. Like, this is what this is like. If a man allows his daughter to date a guy.
Yeah.
And then she dates him for whatever extended period of time. Mm-hmm. And he treats her well and blah, blah, blah. And then he comes to ask for the daughter's hand in marriage, and the dad would say no.
Right.
Isn't that pretty much what this is?
Pretty much.
You got another analogy for it?
Well, another analogy is why do they feel like that they're playing the role of God by making the rules as they go along? You know what I'm saying? God already established the rules. That's the commandments. That's all I can say.
It says the Vatican holds that gay people must be treated with dignity and respect, but that gay sex is intrinsically disordered.
Right.
Catholic teachings hold that marriage, a lifelong union between a man and a woman, is part of God's plan and is intended for the sake of creating new life.
Yeah.
So what are they doing here? Are they trying to throw like a shot across the bow? Or what's going on here?
It's man trying to please man.
Well, that's one way to look at it.
It is.
Hey, you know what? The way that I see this is if they want to enjoy the tax benefits of being a couple, like a married couple,
yeah,
we're in America. Freedom, baby. It's about freedom.
Yeah.
But
don't throw it up in our face.
Right, and that goes with a lot of things.
Yeah, and that's the Catholic Church doing it, too.
It is. And, I'll tell you, if I could do anything, Jack Alexander says gay sex is a pain in the ass. I'll tell you something else. If you could go to one library in the whole world, I would go to the Vatican Library.
because they've got every book in there.
Well, do you know how many secrets they have?
Every secret we can think of. I'm telling you, they've probably got every cure in there, too. I've said that, too.
Well, there's a lot of people that have said that the whole idea with America not teaching children cursive anymore was to not be able to read our documents. But they also say that the church spread a lot of money around for them to lobby to get teachers to stop teaching cursive because of the documents, like going back to the cardinal days where only the cardinals could have a connection with God and could pray and could read the Bible. What do you think about that?
I think it's true. I think they're trying to hide their secrets, the truth, which is the truth. I mean, the truth that's in front of us that we can read for ourselves, they're trying to hide from this generation.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
I don't think they want our generation to know the truth about the Constitution because it's all done in cursive.
Well, it's true. I'm going to say that's part of the conspiracy notes because we know they already did that once.
Yeah, but today's society, kids, I talked to my own son. He can't even read cursive because he said I've never done it long enough.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, my kids can read cursive. They can write their name in cursive.
Yeah.
When you say sign your name, that means you put your
signature.
Yeah, that's right. And a signature is not just plain old block form letters.
Right.
It's cursive.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe, I thought for a second, I was like, maybe they're doing it because of doctors. Have you ever seen doctor's notes that you can't read?
I know. And there's plenty of them.
Oh, man. That's why they have nurses.
Yeah.
The nurses aren't there to actually help them. They're there to write down the prescriptions and things afterwards. Otherwise, people wouldn't be able to know what it was.
Right.
So, what do you got?
What do I've got? I got a couple of news headlines. It's been hard in the news. It has been dangerous trying to find stories. They're doing a new psychedelic therapy that could reset your depressed mind.
I had some friends that were completely into psychedelic therapy.
Really?
Back in my teenage years. Yeah. And it worked.
Yeah, it's called a bong.
Well, no, not necessarily. They had the crippler.
Oh.
And it was an 8-foot bong that came in pieces.
Yeah.
And, that came out at like special parties and things like that,
Was it the alien one?
No.
My uncle had the alien one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't know your uncle was into that. Hello, Audrey. Hello, the other Sean.
That's, like he used to say, that once in a while he'd pull out the old family tradition back in the day. But those days are gone. They're gone behind both of us. I mean, he's grown up and become a Christian, and we both have.
What's weird is back in my day, you could pretty much do whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
As long as you got up for work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Today, they don't do that so much. It's, I got to call in. I don't feel good. I'm sick.
I know.
Yeah, with self-induced sickness, get your ass out of bed, go to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, hey.
Ain't no lazy man's day or take a nap day. Really?
Yeah, well, what do you got there, Mr. Deplorable Dan?
I have got the psychedelic therapy drug that they're trying on our brains, guys. A powerful hallucinogenic drug known for its part in shamanic rituals is being trialed as a potential cure for depression for the first time. Participants will be given the drug DMT, followed by taking therapy, or by talking therapy. I'm sorry, folks. You got to talk in this therapy.
Wow.
It is hoped this could offer an alternative for the significant number of people who don't respond to conventional pills for depression. Psychedelic-assisted therapy might offer longer-term relief for symptoms some researchers believe. A growing body of evidence indicates other psychedelic drugs, particularly alongside talking therapy, are safe and can be effective for treating a range of mental illnesses. This will be the first time DMT is given to people with moderate to severe depression in a clinical trial. What's your thoughts?
Well, here we go. Dimethyltryptamine in medical speak, or other names, they're already out there, is Fantasia, Businessman's Trip, Businessman's Special, the 45-minute psychosis, and the spiritual molecule. What do you think?
Really?
It's a Schedule 1. You can't buy, possess, or distribute it. A lot of cities have decriminalized it, but it's still illegal under all states and federal law.
That's the problem.
It could be. It literally could be. But here, I'm one of those lost people when it comes to depression. I believe depression is real.
Oh, it is. It's damn real.
But, my thing is this. My dad always told me, to change your mental state, change your physical state.
Yep.
If you're depressed, go out and walk. Run. Do
He
something.
is right.
Yeah, well.
It worked for me.
Really?
Yeah, because what it does, it takes your mind off the world just for about 20 to 40 minutes, depending on how far you walk. And especially a 40-minute walk. Basically, by the time you're done doing a 40-minute walk, it seems like your head's more clear. You can think clearly.
Worked off some of that Mountain Dew at McDonald's.
Some of that Mountain Dew and then some Coke from McDonald's. Yeah.
Right. Well,
yeah.
Hey, kudos to these people, right?
Right.
I'm not into druggies, but
No.
I got a question for you. Why do they always say the solution comes in a little pill bottle from the pharmaceutical companies?
Yeah. Everything comes in like Viagra. It works just right away. Come on. Yeah, please.
And if erection lasts longer than 3 hours, call more ladies.
That's right.
Well, I don't really have an opinion. I know this. I think that depression and other mental illnesses are ravaging this country. But on the other hand, I don't really want my high schooler taking DMT because they're depressed about school issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we've all been there. Come on now.
Right. Or if you're a responsible father, if you get something that works,
Yeah.
the tendency is going to be to take, I'll take a little bit more. I'll take a little bit more.
Stay with what works, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever watch that movie where they got that pill and you pop the pill and then all of a sudden you become a brainiac, like you're super smart?
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I remember that.
And you see how they get sicker and sicker and sicker, but they're only thinking about one thing.
Yep.
Well, they have something else that they used to use for depression, and now they're using DMT, but it kind of got a stranglehold on people. It was called alcohol.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? There's some people that started using it and abusing it, and it was worse than the original depression.
Yeah.
Do you think this is what this could be?
Could be. Could be. Yeah.
I mean,
put me in that state of mind. I don't know that.
It could be. It just popped in my head here. Cinnamon rolls. That's the donut of the day.
Wow. I can live with that.
Yeah, right. Well, I saw some cinnamon rolls. My daughter works at a health food store, and they have everything there. But I didn't know that they had this. She brought home a freaking cinnamon roll. It was 3 inches thick. And you know how the cinnamon rolls used to be like grandma's cinnamon rolls? They had the gooey center, like around the little swirl. Oh, it was so freaking good. And it had nuts on top, so it make you happy.
Yeah. Well, it don't matter.
It wasn't a Buckeye nut.
Right. It wasn't poisonous. There you go.
Are you still a kid at heart?
Yeah, I'm probably a big kid. You know that.
Audrey said, breathing techniques, diet, exercise is what keeps your brain healthy. I don't believe in psychiatry.
I tell you what I believe in, and we're kind of leading into what he just said to me, too. What makes me feel like a kid every day, still keeps that kid in me, even though I'm an adult, and I know that, is just being myself and just laughing and enjoying life, even when it kicks you in the ass, because that was the way my weekend was in Ohio. I'm not going to lie. Hans knows. I already told him.
Right. Well, you got to keep it light. Like the other day when you were outside peeing and you had your back to me and I said, hey, don't you know that it's illegal for a grown man to touch a little boy's wiener?
Wow.
Hey, they come in all sizes and, anyways.
I like what Sean Stroke says. He's hit the nail on the head.
Well, hey, sex does cure depression.
It does.
Especially good sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's like different levels.
Yep. I know I was having bad days at Amazon when I worked there. And I remember the wife, we would have sex, and it was like, man, so hey, my headache's gone now.
Well, I'm glad that sex is kind of one of them open things now, because it used to be that you just didn't talk about it.
You just didn't talk about it, no.
Like, beneath the sheets type stuff.
Yeah.
That's, taboo. Don't.
We just got to be honest with ourselves, man.
Oh.
What works is what works,
Reb said, here's the question. I'm checking into the third payment. It said qualified taxpayers. So how do illegals and felons get a check?
I agree.
Because qualified taxpayers is like saying citizen anymore. You know
Pretty
what I mean?
Much.
What's a citizen? Anybody that's in this country.
Yeah.
Anybody
they let across.
Yeah. It is what it is. Okay. So check this out. Lego. I'm so sick of talking about bad, bad toys.
Oh, yeah.
Like weird stuff. This is finally an awesome toy. Lego's Coliseum. It's a set, and it breaks the Guinness World Record with, get this, 9,036 Lego pieces.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
It's a Lego set based on the Roman Coliseum, and it broke a Guinness World Record by being composed of 9,036 pieces. That's pretty awesome. They had a team putting this damn thing together.
Just in time for the Ides of March.
Yeah, kind of weird, huh?
It is weird.
Ides of March.
Remember, that's when the emperor was killed.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
I think we talked about it earlier.
We did.
Yeah. Well, it's been under the Roman sun. So the Lego version provides more color in order to show some of the shadow lines and better accentuate some of the details.
Right.
Hey, I'm cool with that.
I am too. I think Legos are cool for kids. It teaches them how to build skills.
Now, Audrey, I'm going to make Audrey be like, what? Okay. The previous record holder for the biggest Lego thing, guess what it was?
What was it?
Just take a guess.
Probably Star Trek.
Close. The Star Wars Millennium Falcon had 7,541 pieces.
And what a cool piece that was. Hey. That was my favorite ship.
Now, you can buy this yourself, folks. If you want to put together 9,036 pieces of Lego art.
Right.
You can buy it. The Lego Coliseum retails for $550.
Wow. That's expensive Legos.
Yeah, well, people pay that for a PS4. PS5's out now, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I'm not a hipster. I'm not a cool cat.
Don't feel bad. Yeah, I didn't know when it come out. My son had to tell me.
Well, PS5, PS4, and do you want to know what's really funny and stupid? I got a PS4 now, and I pretty much don't play any games. It's just for watching streaming crap,
Right. Me too. Movies or something.
However, when my wife and I got together, I think it was a Nintendo 64, I think.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It was.
How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
And I played Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that?
Yeah.
What was your favorite game?
My favorite game on the N64, favorite game of all time.
Favorite game of all time.
Oh, gosh, that's easy. And I go all the way back to, remember the Intellivision and Atari days?
Yep.
Well, I had the Intellivision. My cousin had the Atari, and he lived next door. So Mom and Dad asked me what I wanted that year, an Atari or Nintendo. Not Nintendo, but yeah. But anyway, we got to playing Pitfall is my favorite game.
Pitfall.
We played it on both systems at that time.
Well, did you ever play video games with your wife?
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you play?
We did the Mario Kart thing.
That must be like our age group. Well,
yeah,
the younger side of our age group, which is me.
That was back when my son was a little guy.
Right. Now, here's the thing. Guys are usually better at racing.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, my wife would always win.
Yeah, my wife kicked my ass in that game.
that would literally happen during me. I'm ahead. I'm ahead by almost a lap.
Right.
And bam, I would get
all
a lightning
of a sudden
bolt.
somebody comes bumping me.
And then she'd fly by and she'd be laughing like hell. And I'd be like going around a corner or something. There'd be a freaking banana that would get thrown out and I'd spin off. Oh, man. I'll tell you, that was stressful.
Yeah.
But, man, was it fun.
Mine used to remind me of, remember, you're racing a day, because her whole family was into dirt track racing. Her dad was a big-time dirt track racer in Ohio. So,
well, I did not know that.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
What else you got for stories today?
Oh, let's see. I had to pull them up, Mr. Hance.
See, it's just not on the ball.
Well, I'm trying to see comments also from our wonderful audience. Let
me ask you this. Your trip up there to Old Poisonous Nutland, how were the drivers?
Oh, I had no problem with the regular driver like myself. I hate to say this. I'm going to be telling on you guys. And I love you guys, by the way. You guys deliver important stuff to us in the stores and everything. I appreciate everything you do, you truck drivers. I back all of you. I still do today. But do not cut me off, man. If I'm going faster than you, don't get over.
Oh, they probably saw another car like yours at one point that really pissed them off.
It had to be something, because it seemed like every time I get in the left-hand lane, the truck would get over when I was trying to go around it.
Yeah, well, I actually grabbed a song last night. I emailed it to myself from TikTok.
Did you?
Yeah, well, remember the one I showed you about driving in left lane, get the F out of the way?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was taken down off TikTok.
Oh, no.
Road rage or something. Hey, I've had that happen a million times. And usually it's not truckers, because I like hanging with truckers because they're usually professional drivers. Usually.
They are. And I think that the problem today, we got too many rookies out on the road. Too many brand newbies that's never driven a truck.
Well, I think in today's society, we're in such a freaking hurry to go absolutely nowhere.
Pretty much.
That people's driving etiquette has gotten terrible.
Would you admit this, though? If you're on a long trip and you're trying to get... I know you would. You ain't even heard me out yet, Hans. On a long trip, like you would go to Wisconsin, because we already did that together, too.
I want to go to Wisconsin.
That's
your
Ohio. That's a Louisiana accent.
No, that's Ohio.
Okay. But but on a long trip, would you admit it, you're always in a hurry to get there and get back because your ass hurts from all the driving?
You see, I don't have that problem.
And the back.
I don't have that problem. I get on, okay, I'm going to admit my criminal guilt. I get on the interstate and I set the cruise for 74 miles per hour. That's it.
Right.
And when I look down and I see I'm about at the quarter tank, I start looking for gas stations. Other than that, 74. And I turn the tunes up. I don't even listen to political talk while I'm driving because it pisses me off so bad.
Right. I'd rather listen to music on a long trip.
Well, you can drive by and you'll see the Hanson family once in a while. And you'll see us listening to the tunes. Oh, I'm a honky tonk man. And you'll see the whole car dancing. Hey, it is what it is. So anyways, you got up there. You're safe.
I'm safe. I made it back safely. Long trip. The boy enjoyed his time up there, but
he met a girl.
Yeah, his girlfriend finally that he met online. I wasn't too keen to this idea of the way they wanted to meet, and neither was her mom and dad.
Well, is that healthy?
It's not, and we all talked about this at their place when we got there. So, it's kind of messed up the way they wanted to meet. And like they said, we didn't know it was going to be like this until the day before. I said, kind of strange. Same thing with me too.
Well, I'd be a hypocrite if I say that you couldn't meet somebody.
Right.
I've been married now and with my wife for 17 years.
Right.
And I met her online.
Right.
Wisconsin chat number 8.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
Literally, that's where I met her. And we were just in there talking, just whatever about whatever. Right. And I don't know. Then I met her, and I couldn't beat her off with a stick.
Wow.
It's been that way for 17 years.
Yeah.
She's a faster runner than me. No, I mean, so it can happen.
It can.
But I think that, like my wife and I think we're an anomaly.
Right.
And we were friends after we met.
Right.
We didn't just start like dating.
Right.
But we were friends after I met. But I see this with kids. Is it a healthy thing or is it an unhealthy thing for them to be, quote unquote, dating online?
That's what I'm saying. I kind of drew a fine line with it too, because I'm thinking I don't have a problem with him. The same thing you're saying, if he wants a relationship, who am I to say he can't, go see this girl?
Right.
So, but I just didn't like the way it was arranged between the two. They wanted to meet at the end of her road, which she lives back in a subdivision. And I thought, something just don't add up here. I said, there's human trafficking goes on in this world. And that started crossing my mind like by Sunday. And I said, I'm not feeling too good about this now, son.
So you took both of them to her parents?
No. What had happened Saturday, I wasn't too happy about taking him and dropping him off at the end of the road and saying, hey, if I don't hear back from you in an hour and a half, I'm coming to find you.
Yeah, where? Right?
Right. Exactly. But I said it'll be right in the spot. I want you here in an hour and a half. If you can't get a hold of me by phone and let me know what's going on.
Well, see, I never had, sometimes you just got to do that.
I know. But the next day, her mom and dad said, hey, why don't they just come on over to our place? I said, yeah, that's what I wanted to happen. That way I could introduce myself to you all. And we could get on the same page.
Congratulations. I mean, if it's going to work.
Yeah, for them.
Yeah, well, I know you're lonely.
Oh,
I'm so lonely. Right?
I am. I ever since I lost my wife, guys, it's just been rough.
Well, hey,
I mean, I had one girlfriend.
Right.
But that's about it. All I can call it.
Well, hey.
But
it'll work out.
It'll work out.
It'll work out.
And there really wasn't a problem with us. It's just there was a little bit of a religious thing there.
Well, there's a California brewery that did something awesome.
Really?
Yeah. There's some weird stuff coming out of California, like good news, actually. Have you ever...
It's a rarity to hear good news out of there or New York City or anything.
Well, the last 2 weeks, California has had some really good stuff come out of it. It's really weird.
I know.
Like awesome donuts.
Yeah.
I saw some awesome California barbecue. Have you ever seen California barbecue?
No, I have not. No.
They have like these really mean guys that are like, shut up about Texas barbecue and Memphis barbecue and Kansas City barbecue, North Carolina. California is where it's at. So, hey, I watched it, and there was some pretty damn good-looking barbecue coming out of California.
I think we need to do a taste test competition in every state.
Listen to this. A California brewery broke a Guinness World Record. Guess how they did it?
How?
Take a guess.
They probably came up with their own barbecue recipe.
This is what it sounded like going through the air. No, they broke the Guinness World Book of Records when they used a catapult to launch a keg.
Huh?
A full keg of beer, 438 feet.
Ooh, I always thought pumpkin chunking was bad enough.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's a football field and a third.
Wow.
438 feet. It's actually like one whole football field plus 33%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you think that's cool?
That sounds cool.
The Sierra Nevada Brewing Company said it took on the Guinness record for the farthest distance thrown by a trebet, a type of catapult that features an extra long arm, and they selected the Big Little Thing keg to comply with the record's requirements that the projectile weigh at least 44 pounds.
Right.
I think that's kind of awesome.
It is. I like it. I mean, I like that show Pumpkin Chunkin'. That's what this kind of reminds me of.
I've never seen the show Pumpkin. That must be an Ohio thing.
No, well, they do it in Ohio, I heard. So
Pumpkin Chunkin'?
Yeah, they put it on a catapult, and then they launch it and see how far it goes.
Which brings me to my point. Don't do drugs. Audrey says, don't believe all the negative crap out of California. I live in such an amazing state with so much diversity, and we have the best of everything from everywhere. Do you believe that?
I believe that's possible because when you look at California, they do have a lot of diversity out there.
I mean, don't you wish they all could be California girls?
Not all of them.
Not all of them?
Some of them.
I mean, the Beach Boys.
Well, the Beach Boys, yeah. They're probably from California. That's what I used to think.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're not.
Maybe they're not.
I remember doing the other show when I would just rail on California, and I would get emails from California saying, hey, be
nice.
Softer, be nicer.
I've heard people say, hey, Northern California and Central California is nothing like Southern California.
Yeah, and then in Southern California, there's like big pockets of nothing but red.
Yeah.
It's an odd state. It's really weird.
It is.
But hey, I'm starting to see some goodness come out of there. I mean, I'm not talking about, poop on the streets in San Fran.
No.
I'm talking about good barbecue. I'm talking about,
right.
Keg chucking.
I hope they ain't making that barbecue in San Fran.
Some of the best motorcycles come out of Southern California.
Yeah.
Some of the best hot rods come out of that area.
Yeah.
So, hey, but congratulations to the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company for breaking the Guinness Book World of Records.
Right.
So what else you got?
I've finally got a story pulled up. Bald eagles found acting strange in southeast Missouri. They've been tested for, guess what? Lead poisoning.
Oh, I was going to say COVID.
Oh, I know, right? With everything else. I know. That's why I set up the punchline. Like, make it sound like COVID and boom, bring that in. This comes out of Cape Girardeau out of Missouri. 2 bald eagles found acting strange in southeast Missouri were tested for leading. I'm terrible this morning. Leading poisoning on Friday, March 12th, according to Watkins Wildlife Rehab. Dr. Sean Bird and vet tech Kelly Manley from Skyview Animal Clinic tested the birds for lead poisoning. They said they expect results back in about a week. What's your thoughts on the birds having lead poisoning?
It's happened before.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, there was a big thing a few years ago about lead shot and shotguns.
Really?
Because the lead would sit there in the water and it would contaminate the water from the lead shot. So they started making other types of metal. Yeah, it is what it is. I say save the birds. We can use a lot of different metals. You can use steel pellets. You can use other things.
Right.
But, I mean, sinkers, if you're a fisherman, they're all made out of lead.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm all about the environment. I love the environment. When I go fishing, I'll give you an example. It pisses me off when I see like a empty potato bag.
Yeah.
Or a chip bag wrapper or a candy bar, and people just throw that shit all over.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa always taught me, leave it better than you found it. And that way you're always going to be able to continue to fish there. All that good stuff. But I hate that. I actually will do that. And my favorite time of the year is coming up. So, like when I go mushroom hunting, I carry 2 bags.
Right.
One for crap, cans, crap like that. I carry that bag, just to pick up. And then my other bag's actually for the morels. And then I bring a stick with too.
Right.
Guess what that's for?
That is to help climb. No?
Snakes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got that bad down here, by the way.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say we got it bad.
By copperheads. And,
You're scared.
I'm not.
You're a
I'm not
scaredy
scared.
cat. You are
I'm
a
not
scaredy
scared.
cat. Oh, come on.
Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, come on. All right. Look me in the eyes and tell me the truth. Are you scared of snakes?
I am not that scared of snakes.
Do you guys believe him? All right. I got to tell the story again. I did last week. We had a bunch of garter snakes, and I'm talking like 30, 35 garter snakes came into the top, sunning themselves. And my son went out to show Dan these snakes, and he's like, ooh, give me the heebie-jeebies. Well, my son, as Dan was walking away, threw a stick up on Dan's shoulder, and he thought it was a snake. He literally danced out into the middle of the highway because he thought that he threw a snake on him.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's something I don't know. I don't know if it's scary. It's just I don't know if I want to be bitten by one. You know what I mean?
I've been bitten by garter snakes. I almost got bit by a copperhead. But I don't mess around with copperheads ever.
Nah, that's what I don't want to mess with.
Some people, they're like, I don't know if they're trying to save copperheads or what, But they're like, oh, they're more afraid of you than you are of them. That's bullshit. Okay, copperheads aren't afraid of anything.
I told you what happened to my little experience about a week and a half ago, right? When I went to the laundromat and there was a couple sitting outside on the picnic area. Sitting out on the bench, my words today. But anyway, he's sitting out on this bench, and I'm walking in, and he's holding a snake right in his hand, and it's a copperhead.
Yeah.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
He must have been a local.
He's just sitting there. Well, he's sitting there. He's looking at it, and he's licking it. It's licking its tongue. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, there's some weird people. You know?
I'm just like, I'm so over snake.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I will not go that route with snake. There's no way.
No, see, at our old farm, we had the spot where it crossed through the creek. And there was always, 5 to 10 copperheads down there.
Right.
And literally that's where the cows went through to graze, the cattle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened is a lot of them would get up there and they would put their face down and they would get bit.
Uh-huh.
And, it would cause all sorts of problems with the cattle. So I dispatched some of them to snake heaven.
Gotcha.
We
have to.
Well, I had to in that situation. If it's, I don't want to kill anything unless I'm hunting for food.
Right.
But, when there's danger and I have little kids.
You have to protect your kid.
Right. Like a garter snake or bull snake, something like that. I'll move out of the way. If it's a copperhead and my little girls might be out there running around and they're, without shoes on. Which,
right.
My daughter, it can be snowing outside.
And she'll try to sneak outside.
Well, she'll get outside, and even if I have shoes on her, she will take her damn shoes off.
She'll try to walk around him to go outside, and he'll be like, nope, it's snowing out here. You can get your shoes on and your coat.
Right. Well, you know what I did this weekend?
Yeah.
I busted my stove.
Yeah, I heard.
My wife was not very happy with me.
Heard that all happen while I was gone.
Well, the first thing, we had a glass top electric stove.
Yeah.
Well, I cracked the glass.
Oh.
Okay. Then I had the unfortunate incident of it boiling over a little bit, went down the one crack, blew out the burner. Okay. Not a big deal.
Right.
Okay. Still got 3 other ones. Except my wife went to turn on the oven and there was a spark like a lightning bolt that reached the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
And so I pulled it out and I unplugged it. She was scared to death. But I'm the guy that got hit by lightning, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I moved the stove out and I unplugged it and I plug it back in and now all it says is F1. And it beeps constantly. F1, F1. So I looked it up and it says computer control module not working.
Oh, wow.
So, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you think that a judge arbitrarily has the duty to go along with what voters want?
I think a judge has to be partial.
Okay, let me read this to you. South Dakota judge, the people voted for an amendment legalizing marijuana. The people did overwhelmingly voted legalize marijuana. A South Dakota judge rejected the voter-approved amendment legalizing it, saying that it would create too many broad changes in state government. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that the judges get too caught up in their own political beliefs nowadays that they don't go by the Constitution and their state constitution.
Well, do you think that this judge has any right to do that?
He does.
Does he?
I mean, he's using what is given to him, the law.
He is.
But I think he's actually kind of abusing his privileges.
Well, I do too, because in November, the people overwhelmingly said legalize marijuana.
Right.
And now he's saying, nope, I'm not doing it because it's going to cause too many changes in government. Now, you know me. I'm not for big changes in government.
Yeah.
I want the wheels to turn
that's the
slowly.
problem.
However, I would argue that the wheels have been slowly turning into this vote. And it says Amendment A is a revision that has far-reaching effects on the basic nature of South Dakota's governmental system. If the people want change in the government, why are they not allowing it?
It's because he's using his position where he's at as a judge to make it a political statement.
Jack Alexander said, I agree that the judge rejected it, but not for the reason.
Right.
The judge should have cited that it violates federal law.
Right, but he's making it political in his beliefs.
Well, see, I'm much more libertarian.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're a decent human being, like paying your bills and doing the right things, who in the hell has the right to tell anybody that they can't smoke a spliff, or you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's where that's kind of where I'm at, because I don't believe in big government. I believe our government should be small.
Well, now they're going to have a big court battle.
Yeah.
Brendan Johnson, the guy who sponsored the amendment and represented a pro-marijuana group in court, said it was preparing to appeal South Dakota Supreme Court ruling.
Wow.
Or excuse me, an appeal to South Dakota Supreme Court
Dakota.
or that judge's ruling.
Yeah.
What do you think marijuana should be legal?
I think it should be, because I think, like I said, I believe in very small government. I don't think marijuana is as bad as alcohol. I really don't.
Well, and you know, the thing that I always wonder with people, they're like, well, and the medical benefits.
And the medical, yes.
Okay. I think people say that to get around.
But there is so many. I mean, I'm being honest.
There is medical
about
benefits. There are.
Because I don't do that stuff no more. I can be honest about it.
But what does it matter? I mean, you have alcohol, and how many people do you say, oh, I'm going out on Friday night to enjoy the medical benefits of alcohol?
I know.
You don't.
Right. You don't. No, there is no real medical benefits to drinking anyway. What, you're going to gain weight from it eventually?
I'm going to say something kind of controversial here.
Okay.
South Dakota will legalize marijuana, but only after they have figured out how to tax the hell out of it.
Pretty much. That's why, because that's still government intrusion.
Right. It is.
And that's why I said I like smaller government. I don't want government dictating what I can and cannot do, but that's where we're at today. We're about dictators now.
Well, you know that George Washington grew hemp and marijuana.
Right.
You knew that, right?
Yeah.
Our founding father.
Yeah.
I mean, arguably the best president.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he could be.
Here's a little thing that you probably didn't know. Did you know, to the times, money for money, George Washington was richer than Donald Trump?
Did not know that.
Yes. He was a rich, rich man. Audrey says, I just want to be left alone. Me too.
Yeah. And that's what small government is. Leave me alone. But big
sometimes it's the people.
But Big Daddy government wants to intrude all the time. That's the problem.
I had a visit from the dog catcher the other day.
Ooh.
And, you know, it was...
Really?
It wasn't... I shouldn't say it wasn't enjoyable. The guy was super nice.
Right.
But he comes over and he talks to me. He's like, you know, we got a leash law in this town. I did not know that. And he said, yeah, we got a leash law. And he starts, you know, talking to me. And then we started bullshitting about something. And he's like, I got to tell you, he's like, you guys do podcasting over in that studio, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm not going to say his name because he asked me not to say. But he was telling me about this group of gals from this town.
Right.
They're elderly ladies.
Yeah.
And they have, like, you know how the Red Hatters have their thing?
Yeah.
Well, literally, these elderly ladies, they get up and they will take turns on different days and they drive around. And they drive around the whole city and they see who put their dog out and they will time it. Now, there's a rule that you can only have your dog on a tether. That's what they call it, a tether.
Right.
Or outside for 2 hours at a time. So these women will go around and they'll write the time down, this dog, this area. And if it's 20 minutes past the 2 hours, they literally start calling the dog pound and want them to come out and start confronting the homeowners of this town.
Wow. Dictation.
Yeah, except that's being done by the people.
Right.
And it's like, I don't have time for all that crap. I don't have time to go chase, you know.
Right.
There are some irresponsible asshole dog owners out there. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, I've actually stopped and given dogs water before.
Oh, yeah.
You
I've seen where even in this state where you'd be along the highway and you see a small dog walking along the highway. Like somebody just dropped it off.
Oh, they do that. Especially pit bulls.
That makes me mad because you know what? Dogs are actually one of the most respectable animals. Once they become close to you, they never want to leave you.
Well, right. They're literally your best friend.
Your companion.
I wish people could be more like dogs. Like,
right.
You give a dog a soggy stick that what you'll go play and throw.
Or a cell phone that can flash light on a ceiling like
absolutely.
yours.
Yeah, but don't. He's kind of weird. Boomer.
He is.
Boomer. Yeah, I should do a TikTok video about that.
You should. I've been saying that.
Yeah, because he can jump like 5 feet in the air.
He can.
And all you got to do is turn your cell phone light on
and he sees the light on the ceiling, guys, and chases it. I'm not
crazy.
kidding you. I've never seen a dog do that.
But, so there's something. The old lady shouldn't be doing that.
No.
But it gives them something to do, so more power to them.
Right.
We got a pretty cool dog catcher. I mean, he understands what's going on.
Right.
But then on the other side of that, people pull your head out of your ass and start taking care of your animals.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you got to go to work and you're taking your dog out, you better make damn sure they can get out of the sun.
Right.
Or they can get into warmth. One or the other.
Right.
You better make sure that they have food and water.
Yep.
You know what? There's a level of responsibility that some people don't hit when it comes to being a pet owner.
Right.
And you know what? I'm giving you the big middle finger if you're mean.
Right.
Right? Wouldn't you say that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like I say, dog is man's best friend for a reason. That's all I'm going to say.
They are.
And they are. I don't care what anybody says.
So, it's 9:58 a.m. this 15th day of March.
Gosh, man, this hour flew by.
You know what? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to call this right now.
Call it.
Stimulus checks are coming out this week, and Walmart TVs are going to be gone.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's disgusting to me.
It is.
When, people don't have any responsibility with their finances. Like, use this as a gift.
Right.
Get ahead of something. Or
use it as a trip with your family. Enjoy it.
Do something.
Do something positive with it with your family. Don't make it all about yourself.
Right. Don't go get an ONN TV.
No.
And blow all your money. I don't know. I just hate that. It's something.
Right. Just enjoy it. Take the money, spend it on your kids, and go travel.
Well, I got one more story. I thought you might enjoy it.
Let's hear it.
A naked cowboy gets a hero's welcome after a week of being arrested.
Wow.
Daytona Beach, Florida, attendees at Bike Week in Daytona have given a hero's welcome to a Times Square performer known as the Naked Cowboy after he returned to the motorcycle festival almost a week after his arrest on a misdemeanor charge of resisting arrest without violence and panhandling.
Right.
Because he's got like a Speedo on, and he goes around and he plays the guitar with American flag stuff. And then if people want to, from his guitar playing and comedic acts, they throw him money.
Huh.
But they didn't like him
I'm
doing
in the
that.
wrong profession.
I could see that. The beer-bellied redhead. They call him Gred. Singing your favorite tunes.
Naked Gred.
It'd be like the ukulele. Would you play the ukulele? It doesn't cover as much.
I'm not sure.
What do they call them things that you pull back and forth together and play the keys?
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about this. I could go do something like that. We'll use the Gred name.
Gred.
Yes, Gred. That name's starting to get catchy. A lot of people's liking it. I'm even liking it. But I could see me doing what he's doing, Hans. You know that.
I could see you doing that, wearing a Speedo with an American flag.
I could do an American tour, and
jump
on the Gred, ladies.
All right, so spread this far and wide. Tomorrow, this is what we're going to do. Oh, this is great. This is a great idea.
Jump on the Gred.
Tomorrow, we're going to do our thing about, is it real or is it fake? And the winner of tomorrow's game,
right,
we're going to take a picture, a digital picture,
right,
of Dan in the Speedo
playing
an electric guitar. That's going to be the prize for tomorrow. That's awesome.
Enjoy it, folks.
Well,
ladies,
beer belly and all.
Yeah,
it's a Mountain Dew belly.
Well, it's a Dew belly,
right? But you can suck it in. I think they'd like that. Like you can always tell when somebody's sucking it in.
They'll be like, "Suck it in, Buttercup."
Big Red. Sporting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're willing to do that, aren't you?
Why not?
We can do it out in front of the Rooster.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's do this.
Heck yeah. That's going to be the
I'm
prize
down
for tomorrow.
anything funny. So
heck yeah.
do this.
We love you guys. Thank you for being here on Morning Crank. So remember, share this out to your friends. Tell them to come and get educated, have some laughs, and wonder what the hell are these guys talking about.
Yep. Come on over to the Roosters Anyhow.
Amen. Oh, yeah. See, now I've got some energy.
Right.
By the end of the show, I am ready to go conquer the world. Are you?
I think the energy level just went up for you because of knowing I'm going to be in a Speedo tomorrow.
Well, I definitely wouldn't be able to use a ukulele. I can tell you that. All right. Let's go get some donuts, man. Love y'all.
Oh, that sounds good. See you, ladies. I mean, gentlemen and ladies.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.